So he said, damn, it ain't the genetics. It ain't who these people is as individuals. It's the community. It's the environment that you put these biological entities in that changes the way they interact with their environment and with themselves.
Now that's it right there. That's it right there. Hi, I'm Chris James. You're watching The Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be reacting to a video by Brother Yaki. I want to make sure that you guys get this information that he is teaching. It is incredible. And I guess he was on a podcast or something called Big Facts. So this is just a clip, but I wanted to show you guys and give my reaction to this. Also, if you guys haven't already subscribed, like the video, let's go.
How you stay? What keep you focused? Like,
What keep me focused is looking at the community. You know what I'm saying? It's something called the Tyrone Maze rat experiment. Y'all need to look that up. It's called the Tyrone Maze rat experiment. It went down in 1940. He ended up getting it from another psychiatrist in 1840. It's called the Tyrone Maze rat experiment. And what they did was
The Tyrone Maze experiment. Now, I think it's interesting. Jamie Foxx just came out with a movie about clones and about community and about all of this kind of weird stuff called Who Cloned Tyrone or something of that nature. So I think that there's no coincidences in this world. And when you guys hear what this rat maze was all about, I think you're going to start to connect the dots as well.
they took a few hundred rats, right? And they splitted them and they divided them. And what they did was they created an environment for both of these rats to live in. In one subject, they took about 100 rats and they put it in an environment where it had clean water. They put it in an environment where it had a right amount of space for the rats can, get, basically if they wanted to be by themselves, they could. They made sure that it was good food in there that didn't have any type of poisons put inside the foods. They even gave them space to breathe, to go upstairs, downstairs. They just gave them this abundant environment, right? They put these rats in there. Mind you, these are the same rats with the same genetical molecular structure, which is nothing different. They both came from the same mama, the same daddy, the same family tree, right? So they took these rats, they put one in a good environment, then they put the other 100 rats in a bad environment where they didn't get water. If they did get water, the water actually had acids in it. They made sure they didn't give them the regular food. I think they gave them like cat food or something like that with a bunch of pellets that was inside of them, right? They stuck them on top of each other. And they made sure that the space was very, very small. They never cleaned any poop out of the maze. They pissed out of the maze and they left them in there. They left them in there for 4 months and they walked.
All right, now, so here's the setup. There's two sets of rats. They come from the same genetic makeup, so they're identical genetically, and they just simply alter their environments, and they're going to put these rats in these different environments for 4 months. Now, I want you all to think about something. For those of you in my community who were raised in the hood, y'all ever heard of the projects? And did you ever wonder why they call the projects the projects? I want y'all to think about that as we continue to listen.
Watch how they behavior change. They went back and they got the actual rats that came from the good environment and they put them in the maze. They ended up going through the maze very, very fast. Then they ended up going to get the rats that they put in the bad environment and put them in the maze, and they didn't know how to even make it through the first section of the maze. So he like, maybe this is a coincidence. So he did it. So what he did was he switched the rats. He took the rats that was smart, that made it through the maze, that was in the good environment, and he put them in the bad environment. Then he took the rats that was in the bad environment, that was dummies that couldn't make it through the maze at all, and he put them in the good environment. He waited 4 months. Then he took them back out. The same rats that was good and smart, that was in the good environment that he put in the bad environment, now they couldn't make it through the maze. The same rats that was in the bad environments, that was dummies that couldn't make it through the maze, he put them in a good environment. Now they making it through the maze and making it through life just fine. So he said, damn, it ain't the genetics. It ain't who these people is as individuals. It's the community. It's the environment that you put these biological entities in that changes the way they interact with their environment and with themselves. Did you know he did another 6-month experiment on the same rats that he left in the bad environment? Guess what they started doing? Killing each other. Some of the male rats started humping other male rats, homosexuality. Look, the other rats that was at the bottom that didn't have the food, these niggas went upstairs to the other rats and started robbing them for food and water. I said, damn, this sound like your typical project. Don't this sound like the PJs? This is a real rat experiment. So it made me start questioning. I had to sit back and really rub my...
Now that's it right there. That's it right there. You know, a lot of times people will make you out to think that you're dumb or you're unintelligent or you're less than or you're just not capable of, right? And the reality is your environment plays a critical role in how you express yourself in this world. Now, it doesn't completely 100% determine your success rate because we could all point to that person that came from the hood that had that success, whatever that success looks like. But the reality is the mass majority of people that come from a particular environment, not a particular race, not a particular color or anything of that nature, but from a particular environment are going to be impacted vastly different from those who have a much healthier environment. And so what we have to understand is we have to begin the process of changing our environment. And the thing that's crazy about it is this isn't just simply about the projects versus suburbia. You know, this also correlates to your friend group. Think about it. If you have a friend group made up of people who are negative, who talk down, who don't really have any aspirations in life, they're definitely not on their health and wellness journey. OK, and then you're trying to do these things. You want to be healthier. You want to lose weight. You want to make more money. You want to create relationships that are long lasting and non-toxic. But all you do is spend your time with people who are toxic, who don't have good relationships. These are the people you're getting your advice from. And then you want to go out, you want to lose weight, but everybody around you wants to eat McDonald's and they want to eat Chick-fil-A. And they're like, man, forget that rabbit food. Come over here. Let's eat this. You know? So your environment has such a big impact on how you express yourself in this world. And really at the end of the day, it's kind of subconscious. Right? Without really being able to see this and, see this experiment or hear about this or even being able to step back and look at your own experience, it's kind of difficult to see how your environment played such a massive role on, some of the things that you may have experienced. Think about it like this. The environment that was created for your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles, the way they act towards you impacts you. Right? It gets really, really deep when you really start to look into this. So I wanted you. I love Brother Yaki because his goal is community. My goal is community as well. And his goal is to reduce the toxic thinking in our community. Now, in America, I think it's more about class than community of different colors. I think it's more about class. We have to get the class of people, that's the majority, to stop eating this toxic food. That was the pellets and the cat food that they were giving the other rats. We have to understand that our water is toxic. So what does that mean? We got to invest in a water purification system. We have to invest in our immune system to make sure that our body can fight off the toxic air that we breathe. The soil is toxic. Even the food we eat, when we go out of our way to get the organic stuff, it's still toxic. And we need a community of people who are all on the same page. As we start to develop healthier people, these government agencies and these bodies that are doing this stuff to us, we will start to put it into it ourselves. We won't have to worry about some savior to come and take care of it for us, or some other community or some other group or some other country. We as people of this country, or whatever country you're in, whatever group you're in, we will come together as a people and we will solve these problems light work. It won't be a struggle anymore because people will be able to think healthily. So first thing we have to do is realize that we're living in this rat maze. Second thing we have to do is start the process of breaking it down and correcting some of the systemic problems that we have in our communities. And then as we progress as a people, we start to bond together, we can start implementing change. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe you want to go and check out the rest of that video. I'll see if I can find the link and I'll put it in there for you guys so you can check out the entire clip or the entire video, because I haven't even seen it myself, but I'm sure he's spitting facts. I mean, that's just what he does. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. And as always, the application of knowledge is power. And I'll see you all next time.